What are you doing, or what do you plan to do to prep for the garden tour?
This is it. I've been prepping for weeks now. You'll see in the front, I put mulch, I put in gravel paths, and the first thing I did was quarter my optimize and my fertilizer and got that in the ground. So it'd be showing up now about the time of the show. In 1995, there was a Pride of Ownership award that I was given because the people thought I put a lot of work into my yard.
I'm John Valentino, president of John and Bob's Corporation. This is Chip Valentino. He's in charge of travel today, and we travel to this beautiful little garden in Merced. Dan is the owner, and Dan's dog Maddie is with us also.
I'm Dan, and I've lived here in this home for about 38 years now. Maddie is around here somewhere. She just left.
We happen to be here right at the beginning of spring, even though it's a rainy day, so we get to see some things in bloom, dogwoods and some red buds and camellias, and we're going to show you Dan's garden.
The name of my cottage actually is the Dogwoods.
Your house has a name?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
So here's a little plaque that says the Dogwoods.
And it says it in French too.
Yeah, la Conouillère.
Do you speak French?
No, my friend told me how to say it. And the reason it is called the Dogwoods, in the front yard I have 8 dogwoods, different various varieties, and in the back I have 2.
They're all Cornus, Florida, right?
No, actually they're not. There's some Cusas here
Oh,
too.
you have Cusa.
That's a Florida.
Oh, that's a Florida.
These are the Cusa. These 3 are Cusa.
Huh.
Florida,
Uh-huh.
Florida, Florida, Florida. Cusa.
I just planted some Cusas at the Fresno Chaffee Zoo. That's going to be the centerpiece of an exhibit
Oh
there.
wow, that'll be beautiful.
Yeah.
The white ones now and the pink ones that are blooming are the Florida, and the Cusas won't be blooming until later in the spring.
So you're having a garden tour here. Your
Right.
yard is on a garden tour, a Merced garden tour.
Right. My good friend Ruth asked me if I'd be a part of the garden tour, and at first I was reluctant, but she's pretty persistent, so she helped me with the Mardi Gras, and I help her with her garden show. Right here they'll have a keyboard player, and we're going to have an artist, my friend Jackie, and people will just come in and mill around, and then you'll be in the front driveway.
Okay, so I'm going to come to it, and I'll be available to talk about John and Bob's and to sell some product if people want to buy it, and
I'm really excited about that.
talk about how Dan uses it all the time throughout the year, and it's the key to the beauty of this garden. We're proud of that.
He's techier than he looks.
My phone is my key.
You don't have a key fob?
I do, but at home.
There's azaleas.
Your azaleas look great.
Yeah.
And they're just starting to bloom, right?
Yeah, they're kind of mid-bloom right now.
Do you have a favorite plant? This one?
Yeah, this you missed it, but it's called the black tulip. It's purple, dark purple, and it never opens up fully. It looks like a tulip. It's way darker than that. It's real dark purple.
What do you feed your Cornus Cusa with?
I use your Optimize for the whole yard, and then I use your Nourished
Biosol?
Biosol, right. Merced has clay soil, and so I do use the Penetrate, which really seems to work well. And I concentrate only usually using it in the area where I'm going to plant. The last time I was at the store, I bought 5 bags of the 1-pounders.
So you buy your Optimize from a local nursery?
Right, from my friend Janice at Queen Anne's Garden.
So is your neighbor's dogwood?
Yeah, actually that's a dog. I planted all those trees in our yard.
Oh.
This little dogwood, I got it in Monterey. It didn't bloom this year. Poor little thing.
Well, you're going to have all kinds of dogwoods here. Yeah.
That's what they call it, the dogwoods. It looks like a little forest.
Yeah, very nice.
Sometimes I think maybe I overdid it. One of the nice things about after using these products for so many years Anywhere I dig in my garden, there are worms, which really,
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
we're after.
yeah.
If you have worms, then that means some kind of transformation has occurred, especially after you've been here 38 years. And you've used our products since the very first time we sold them. You thought it was in
Right.
the 90s. I think it was in the early 2000s because I don't believe I sold them in the 90s, but I
Yeah.
could be wrong.
This is what it's reverting back to.
Oh, that's the Buddha hand. Yeah,
This is the Buddha hand,
I see.
and I'm hoping that these will not be like this, but unfortunately I think they are.
Ah,
The Buddha hand was gorgeous, and I used to give them to all my friends, but
yeah. Huh. I've never seen that it would change.
they started in November, and here it is, March. Oh, no, April. My gosh. Right now they're looking kind of puny.
That kind of looks like a cross between Sasonko and Japonica. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but
This is- yeah,
to
that's-
start in November means I
That's
guess
gorgeous.
it's a fall blooming one, but now we're into
Yeah.
spring.
This is another one that's called, whoop, okay, baby. That one's called Yellow Bird. Now here's something interesting. These are loropetalums, and they're variegated, jazz hands. They don't grow real well in this area, so none of the nurseries have them here. I looked all the way from Modesto to Fresno, and no one had them, so I ordered them on Amazon of all places.
Yeah.
This is going to be beautiful because this buds differently than the other Florida. Oh, snails. Snails and slugs, I just love to do them. Their number on my plants. So what I find myself doing is getting up very early in the morning and going out and picking them up. I've also used the beer method
Uh-huh.
with a pan. Well, you get a pie pan and put the beer in it and stick it in the garden. And in the morning, find some snails that have that have gone happily. Yeah.